Hey guys, welcome back to the DNN Medical Series. This is your girl Nikki, and today we're back with another talk on vaginal discharge. So, what are vaginal discharge? This is basically fluid that is usually white or clear that comes out of your vagina. Most women have vaginal discharge, and it's normal to have vaginal discharge. Some women may have vaginal discharge every day, some women may have vaginal discharge occasionally. But if the vaginal discharge changes color or smells different or gets even heavier, then you may have a little problem or an infection. So today I'm going to talk about the color of your vaginal discharge and what happens when you see these change in colors. So the first thing we have here is clear. So usually you can have a clear discharge when there is a healthy discharge. As I said before, it's normal for you to have discharge. So clear discharge is considered healthy, but that does not limit you from getting an other symptoms or other cases where you can have clear discharge. So clear discharge means healthy, but it can also means pregnancy. You are pregnant. You can also means you're going through ovulation. Ovulation is basically a part of your menstrual cycle where the ovary released an egg. So in those times you can have a clear discharge. You can also have a clear discharge in hormone imbalances. So hormones are basically, these are just the little things released from your endocrine glands that helps to like modulate what goes on in your body. And if you have hormone imbalances, you can have different problems like weight gain, fatigue, and so you want to have your hormone balanced. Understand? 50-50. You don't want too much and you don't want too little. So those are most of the things for clear. The next one is white discharge. So what is white discharge? This is basically the color. You can literally see the color white in the discharge that comes through the vagina. And it can also mean healthy discharge. As we said, vaginal discharge are normal and it can be healthy. So the next thing on the white is yeast infection. So what is yeast infection? I have a very detailed video explaining it. I'll drop it up top, but just to continue a little bit to explain it a little bit more. So yeast infection is basically a fungal infection that causes irritation, discharge, and intense itching of the vagina and vulva. So if you have white discharge and you're experiencing those problems, it can be yeast infection. It does not have to be healthy because it's white. You can have yeast infection when it's white and you're experiencing symptoms like itching and so on. So next one is gray discharge. So when you see gray discharge, think about BV because usually normal discharge is white or clear. When you see it being gray, think about BV, bacterial vaginosis. This is basically an infection of the vagina that happens when there is a change in the normal balance of bacteria down there. So we have good bacteria down there, protecting it and cleaning it, fighting off the bad bacteria. But when you have an imbalance or when you have more of the unhealthy bacteria coming down there to fight off the good ones, you can have a gray discharge, and this is correlating to BV. So get it checked out with your doctor. A yellow-green one or a yellow-green vaginal discharge means a sexually transmitted infection. The gonorrheas, the herpes, the chlamydias. So go check those out if you're experiencing yellow-green vaginal discharge. So the last one we have here is pink discharge. So you can have pink discharge when you have cervical bleedings. So what is cervical bleedings? You can have some fibroids, some little polyps. You can even have cervical cancer that cause pink discharge or cervical bleeding through your vagina when you're not menstruating. You can also have it through vaginal irritation as well as implantation bleeding. Implantation bleeding is basically when you just got pregnant and like 12 to 14 days after conception, the little embryo, or what you may call it, is attaching to the uterus wall, and you can have bleeding through a little spotting like 12 to 14 days. In those times you can have little spottings between your periods, and that is sometimes confused with menstruation, and to say you're not pregnant, but it's not actually, you're not actually menstruating. So those are all the different colors of your vaginal discharge explained. So guys, I want you to listen to your vagina. The girl is talking to you. Listen to her and treat her in the right and proper way. So if you're experiencing other things that are not the healthy discharge, please go and get it checked out with your doctor. And that's all for vaginal discharge today. Until next time, see you soon. Bye.